Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matthew. Sorry about that. Got the lights coming up. My name is Matthew Percy, and I'm the coach of the BLHS and Bold Speech team. And I'd like to thank you for joining us this evening. Tonight, you are going to be seeing 19 different pieces from students who have been working on these pieces since December, and some of them since this past summer. Now, some of these pieces, which are highlighted right here in front of me, show an array of different kinds of worlds and different aspects of our lives. It's true some of the pieces explore some of the darker aspects of our society, but I truly believe that the students have handled them with respect and with a lot of truth. So I hope you can agree with me there. Just to let you know, the money raised here tonight is going to go towards new published scripts, such as the ones here, new books, tournament fees, and of course supplies for next year's team. Speaking of raising money, if your wallets are a little heavy, allow me to help. We are looking, if you're looking to give more support to the team, we are raising money to send 6 kids to the Gustavus Adolphus Speech Summer Camp this July. In order to send 6 students, we need to raise $3,600. Now I realize that sounds like a lot, and it is. But just last year I was able to attend the camp from a coach's perspective, and I brought 2 other students along with me, and we were blown away by what the camp had to offer for the week-long event. When we left, we were exhausted, but we had a whole new knowledge and respect for what we were doing. So, if any of you are interested in helping us towards our cause, I'll be placing this right on the concession stand during intermission. Feel free. So, now, good time to double check. Make sure you check all your cell phones. Make sure they are silent or off. Sit back and relax, and it is my pleasure to introduce your hostesses for the evening, your captains also for the team, Miss Jackie Basinger and Ms. Anika Shank.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2013 BLHS Bold Speech Spectacular.
This year's motto has been working for the weekend because we work all week for our long Saturday mornings at our meets.
Tonight, we will be performing our speeches. Most of them will only be about 3-minute excerpts, except for the kids who competed at the National Forensic League, or NFLs. They will be performing their whole piece.
And now, our first category we'd like to introduce is going to be a duo.
In duo, the 2 speakers cannot look at each other.
Only in the intro.
And they cannot touch each other.
Select physical contact.
So let's bring out the first duo, Caitlin and Lauren Schultz.
Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys. Now that you've seen the rest of the expeditions, it's time for the best of them all. Mine. Ours. Ours. My name's Einstein, and this is my lab assistant and little sister, Angelica. It means angel light. Pay no attention to her. As a 3rd grader, she is ineligible for the grand prize 50-pound chocolate bar. Wait! You never said. I won the science fair once, and I came in dead last. In this speech, 2 little girls take the science fair to an extreme while trying to fix boys. Science, No Boys Allowed by Jane Nicholas. Yes, tonight we shall penetrate into the very womb of nature itself. Are you sure? Throw the first switch. On! Throw the second switch. On! Throw the 3rd switch. No, not the 3rd switch. Do what I say. On! Gumdrops and roses, whiskers on kittens, cream-colored ponies and pretty pink mittens, sleigh bells and doorbells. Doorbells? Okay, no doorbells. But what about sugar and spice and everything nice? Very well. It's flawless. It's brilliant. It's the perfect boy maker. It's really small. All that were just for that. Silence, or I'll turn it into the Sister Fixer 9000. And now we'll take our makeup of males, we've created a girl. That explains why Eve came second. But I don't understand. I don't know what to do. Don't worry, sis. I've got this one. Ladies and gentlemen, we have conducted this brave and cutting-edge experiment in genetic modification and behavioral correction to assess the true meaning of gender and its impact on today's youth. We have thusly arrived at a groundbreaking conclusion. We cannot fix boys. All you have to have is an open mind beyond spending habits. In conclusion, I'd like to thank our subject, Peter, and your book for the expedition of the year. Thank you and good night. Oh, wow, that was amazing. Thanks. I wrote it ahead of time, just in case. You're pretty okay, little sister. I am? For the moment.
Our second speaker for tonight will be doing her poetry.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
No, not that poem.
Well, poetry is more of an interpretational category. You have to interpret the feelings of the character. And you can have one or more poetry pieces in your selection.
Our next speaker is one of our members from Bold, so let's bring out Christiane Montgomery with her poetry piece.
Eli came back from Iraq and tattooed a teddy bear onto the inside of his wrist. Above that, a medic with an IV bag. Above that, an angel. But Eli says the teddy bear won't live, and I say I know, even though I don't know, because Eli's only 24, and I've never seen eyes further away than his. Eyes old with a wisdom he knows I'd rather not have. Eli's mother traces a teddy bear onto the inside of my arm and says, not all casualties come home in body bags. And I swear, I'd write nothing but white flags. Somebody pray for the soldiers. Somebody pray for what's lost. Somebody pray for the mailbox that holds the official letters to the mothers, fathers, sisters, and little brothers of Michael 19, Stephen 21, John 33. How ironic that their deaths sound like Bible verses. The hearse is parked in the high school, recruiting black, brown, and Poles. While anti-war activists stand outside Walter Reed Army Hospital screaming, 100,000 slain, as an amputee on the third floor breathes forget-me-nots onto the window pane. But how can we forget what we never knew? Our sky is so perfectly blue, it's repulsive. Somebody tell me where God lives, because if God is truth, God doesn't live here. Our lives have steered the sun too hot to live by. There are ghosts of kids touting M16s while we dream ourselves stars on Survivor. Another missile sets fire to the face of a locket of a mother whose son needed money for college, and she swears she can feel his photograph burn. How many wars will it take us to learn that only the dead return? The rest remain forever caught between worlds. The mortar of sanity crumbling, stumbling back home to a home that will never be home again. Eli doesn't know if he could ever write a poem again. 1/3 of homeless men in this country are veterans. And We have the nerve to support our troops with yellow ribbons while we give them nothing but dirty looks to their outstretched hands. Tell me what land of the free sets free its 18-year-old kids into greedy war zones, hones them like missiles, and returns their bones in the middle of the night so no one can see each death swept beneath the carpet and hidden like dirt. Each life a promise we never kept. In the mansions of Washington, they are watching them burn and hoarding the water. No senators' sons are being sent out to slaughter. No president's daughters are licking the ashes from their lips or dreaming up ropes to wrap around their necks in case they ever make it home alive. Our eyes are closed, America. There are souls in the boots of the soldiers, America. You want to support our troops? Bring them home. And hold them tight when they get here.
Some of our first year students. They're Brian Schulte and Danny Olson.
It's 1936. It's so dull. The only thing young people put themselves against is the only thing greater than them. The 153-ton engine and deafening roar.
To find Dalton and Pacemaking plans to test themselves by trying to outrun the train on a trestle 100 feet above a dry creek bed. Another boy from the town tried it recently and died.
Will Peyton and Dallas make it across the trestle at Poplar Creek by Nolan Wallace?
How many times have you done it?
Once, and then someone's more than you. You be sure we'll check your pants when we're done and see some shit.
No, don't talk over girl shit.
Thanks. Listen. She's pulling 8 cars at 70 tons apiece at 75. The engine herself is 150 tons. Just coal, but smack and steel. Imagine kids like that.
Oh, you know what the train is.
I looked it up.
So you can read.
Yeah. You and her are coming from opposite sides, right? You have time exact, because you need to make it across before she hits the trestle. Just face her and go.
So what if you know it's too close? You go for the side, right?
There's no side.
So what if you do if you can't make it across?
You make it across.
But what if you can't?
Remember Brett Weaver?
That's different if he's drunk.
Say it again, and I'll punch you. Brett wasn't drunk.
I decided not to cross.
Knew it.
Only a drunk or an idiot would play that game. Not me.
You had a heart of a rabbit. A dead rabbit.
No way. I said maybe, and you said it was safe. You didn't say anything about there being no safety side. You said it was a piece of cake.
It is a piece of cake.
Forget it.
You're breaking the deal. Pay me right now or else.
I said no.
Then why come up here with me?
So how close were you that time you crossed?
I say I had about 8 seconds.
What if you trip?
You're gonna run the trestle because if you don't, you'll let it turn the way you think it will. Come on. Let something happen. Now be after me. We don't want to die.
We don't want to die.
Here, we'll practice first. Let's start here. You see this ties marked with red X? They craft on like this. But don't check your feet. If you check your feet, you're gonna trip. If you start when I tell you to, you'll make it. Ready?
Hayes,
What?
my legs are shaking.
This is practice, Dalton. There's no training.
My legs aren't so sure.
Count 3. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Don't look. You'll lose your nerve.
It's a long way down.
Why don't we just walk it? Give me your hand.
We're high up.
Keep your eyes on the other side. We're almost there. And now you trip.
What was that for?
It might happen. You might trip. You just gotta be ready for it.
You pushed me.
You know what? We had a good start. Me and Brett. We could have made it.
ground and lost her speed. She started to run back, but she knew she'd never make it. And even from where I was at, I could see that she was shaking her head back and forth, but she was saying,
No, no, no.
she didn't want to die. And then she did something fun. Pace couldn't even swim, and there was no water in the tree. But she was going to die.
Watch me, Dalton.
And this time I watched her. Pace lay beside the trestle. I started to shout at her. She was dead. Well, Pace, you made something happen. I have to believe that.
Our next performer comes all the way from Germany.
Please welcome Rachel Velvet as she performs her poetry piece for you.
Go fact. Your left lung is smaller than your right lung, to make room for your heart. I'm an emotional creature. Things do not come to me as intellectual theories or heart-shaped ideas. They pulse through my organs and legs and burn up in my ears. I am an emotional creature. I love that I do not take things lightly. Everything is intense to me. The way I walk in the street, the way I hear bad news, the way it's unbearable when I lose. I was born like that. And don't you dare say it's a teenage thing or it's only because I'm a girl. Those feelings make me strong. Marilyn Monroe once said, I am good but not an angel. I do sin but I'm not the devil. I am pretty but not beautiful. I have friends but I'm not the peacemaker. I am just a small girl in a big world trying to find someone to love. Miss Monroe believed that girls are many things. Stereotypes, glass ceiling breakers, lovers, and fighters. Join me as I explore the many facets that make up a woman, and I am the emotional creature by Eve Ensler. Girl fact, 1 in 5 U.S. high school girls say that they do not know 3 adults to turn to if they have a problem. What happened to kindness? What happened to teenagers rebelling instead of buying and selling? What happened to teenagers kissing instead of blogging and dissing? You tell me how to be a girl today. Girls today just want to be popular and get some respect. Most girls my age are taking pills or are not getting out of bed or are eating or starving or are getting nose jobs or implants or covering themselves or are desperate for a way. To be awake without faking, and to be alive without freaking. To be serious, to be true, to even think of loving someone when we are already doomed. I want to touch you in real time and not find you on YouTube. I want to walk next to you on the mountains, not friend you on Facebook. You give me one thing that I can believe in that is not a brand name. Tell me how to be a girl today. Girl fact, the mortality rate associated with anorexia nervosa is 12 times higher than the death rate for all causes of death for females aged 15 to 24. I am trying to find something that I'm good at. My father is very successful. He has high expectations. I fail him a lot. I am not the person they want me to be. My father wants a perfect family. Perfect, and his words being super thin and happy, just really good at everything. My mom wants me to be a model. She weighs me every day. She has been monitoring my weight since I was in 7th grade. What don't I like about being a girl? Girls can't control anything. Boys can do whatever they want. People assuming you're weak, people thinking you can't do anything. You have to be a good girl. What is a good girl? Has morals. Tells the truth even if she pisses people off. Polite, doesn't argue. Follows her parents in everything even if she disagrees. Goes to church every Sunday. That is a good girl. Girl fact, Barbie was based on a German doll called Lily that was sold as a sexy novelty for men. What do I like about being a girl? Girls are kind. We get to be glamorous. You can wear makeup. Girls can wear pretty clothes. Girls are close to their fathers, and we don't force boys to do stuff. Girls are shy, tender, and soft. And believe me when I say that I love being a girl.
Next is Hunter McFall, his humor piece.
And obviously humor is supposed to be funny.
Oh, I'm funny.
Walt Disney's immortal masterpiece, Pinocchio, has inspired millions to wish upon a star. On a magical starlit night, a blue fairy brings Geppetto's marionette Pinocchio to life. In A.J. Jacobs' parody of this classic, Jiminy Cricket is missing, and the only virtue that eludes our hero is that a bravery and an overwhelming push by Geppetto to make it big on TV. Pinocchio by A.J. Jacobs. Once upon a time, in a faraway city, lived a kindly old woodcutter named Geppetto. All day long, he sat in his tiny woodshop to cut cups out of wood with his crude jackknife.
Blood, this spinning cherry speed drag. Look at me, pack until high time done. Only use a wheel.
No sooner had kindly old Geppetto shuffled off the bed than a good fairy mysteriously appeared. The fairy figured that kindly old Geppetto deserved better and decided to grant him his wish. She tapped the puppet on the head and poof, it sprang to life.
Oh, wanting a cup of Joe. Hey, who are you? I'm the fairy. I'm the good fairy, just right to that. Yeah, look at me. I'm so good. I want to be a real boy.
The fairy told the puppet that yes, one day he could be a real boy, but as always, there was a catch. The puppet had to perform a brave deed. With that, the fairy mysteriously disappeared, and the puppet ran to Geppetto to tell him the good news.
Hey, kindly old Geppetto. Let me use son. I don't want. No, it's me, the puppy card. The good fairy just brought to life.
Geppetto then bolted up and clicked his heels.
Oh, I'm so happy. I've tackled Hall and no strings. You're like a fortune. I'm going to call you Pinocchio and start my own television show. But I don't want to be on television. I want to do a great thing and become a real boy. You out of your minds with this. Stay wood. Stay wood.
Then Geppetto then called Jacob Flog, the president of the television network, telling him about this hot new act. Flog loved the concept, and he boldly agreed to give Geppetto a show. It was tentatively titled Pinocchio Duty Show. Everybody soon got to work. Pinocchio was sent to a personal trainer to make sure his mind was hard but flexible. He got some high-priced wood surgery for his nose, which mysteriously grew each time he lied, which in showbiz was quite a bit. And he started shooting commercial for lemon-scented wood polish. No, he didn't.
And from the top.
Yep, Geppetto on the commercial set.
What kind of old Geppetto? I've already done the commercial 50 times. Hey, knothead, you know what this is?
Asked Geppetto, holding up a piece of paper.
Paper. That's right. Do you know what it's made of? Wood. That's right again. Now you want to run with the big brown roll in a wood shop? No, sir. Okay, then let's see that soft smile and the hard sell.
Finally, we all was in readiness for the big show. Backstage, Pinocchio sat in his chair, his makeup artist applying a little varnish. The director approached him. Don't worry, Pinocchio. The lines can always look the cue cards. He didn't need any cue cards. He knew his part. Now who should overhear this but J. Quincy Flog, the head of the network. He was stunned.
I tell you, I thought I was an idiot cards. Why, that's the brightest thing I've ever heard.
It was quite brave. In fact, it was such a brave deed that the mere thought of it instantly turned Pinocchio from a wooden puppet into a real boy. But as soon as that happened, the network canceled the show. Geppetto tried to sell his idea to Disney as a nice family movie, but Disney couldn't care less. Pinocchio found himself penniless and on the street. Just then the good fairy appeared again.
Oh, I love happy endings. Finally, Pinocchio's a real boy and he can be stuck to live with you forever. You offer your head. I want to be lonely. I don't like it. I'm late.
Geppetto then stalked off to his workshop where he had hundreds and hundreds of other puppets, hoping that one would come to life again someday, which never happened. The fairy then comforted the little boy.
Let him go. You see, he is your real father at all. That's your real father.
He was pointing at J. Quincy Flog, the head of the network. Pinocchio was overjoyed to find his real father at last, and Flog was sad too. He was so happy to give his son a starring role in the nighttime soap opera, Broadway Hamlet 90210, even though he had no acting skills.
Next, we have a drama piece.
Drama is more of another interpretational category. It's similar to prose. Basically, you can also use movie, TV, and radio scripts.
This is her first year, and she's also competed in
welcome Devin Chadwick with her drama piece.
Scars. The name that stuck in high school. Ingenious, huh? I mean, they could have used anything. Scarletta, Freddie, Skarsky, and Hutch. But they chose to go with Scars. Now, this name, I resented it first. And I avoided all of humanity because of it, because of the rumors. But later I found out that there was no escape. Past. You all have one. But what do you think about when you think about the past? Do you think about that time that you went to that great party and had a fantastic time? Or do you think about something darker? Well, in this story, Sarah doesn't think about that great time and that wild party. She thinks about scars. I don't know why I cut myself. Maybe for the attention, but, you know, it helps me escape from my reality too. The pain of the blade helps me know that I'm alive. And each cut, each scar, has its own story to tell. Every time I touch them, I remember. Now, the first one was here, across my tricep. I didn't even mean to do it at first. I was just a freshman in high school, working on an art project. I was sitting at home, cutting out a picture of a bleeding heart, when I heard my mom and Carl start yelling and screaming about some car payment that he couldn't pay. And I listened to their verbal blows for roughly 10 minutes, but then it happened. So, it echoed throughout the house, and I sat there, listening, while Carl kept yelling and the slapping kept going on. So I got up and I opened my door to see what was going on. But Carl swiftly threw a lamp in my direction and told me to shut the door, mind your own business. Now, as I was walking over to my bed, I couldn't help but think, my mom is my business. And I just wanted to sit there and have control, but I didn't know how to get control of the situation. And that's also when it happened. The blade of the scissors found its way to my tricep, and it pressed, hard. But I couldn't feel it at first. So I kept pressing, harder and harder. And it wasn't until the blood finally trickled off my elbow and hit the lowly printed sheets that I felt a sense of release. The pressure, it was gone. And I knew that it was right. The pain from the blade helped me feel alive. Now, that was only the first time. But after my 16th birthday, I was lying in my bed, my eyes closed. I wasn't asleep, but I heard the door open, and I knew that evil was creeping in. I was right. Wake up. I didn't want to move. I just wanted to imagine that the feelings inside me were just part of some bad dream. Birthday girl needs to become a woman. I didn't want to do anything, so I just lied there. And as I could feel his hand sneak up the blankets to pull down my pajamas, I just kept my eyes closed. I could feel his alcohol-infested breath breathing on my face. And he told me, he said, "Come on, I know you want it." But I didn't make a sound. Not even when I could feel him enter me, I didn't make a sound. I just lied there. And I was thinking of anything that would help me fight back. But the only thing that I could think about was cutting. At a time like this, anything that you could be thinking about, anything, all I could think about was cutting, slicing open my silky flesh. Now, when he left, I was left there, lying, alone, trying to think if I was caught in a dream or dead. Now, I heard him leave, and I dashed towards the closet. I sat in my closet, balled up in the corner, cutting, my arms, my chest, my legs, until I was completely covered in blood. Now, the pain of the blade helped me know that I was still alive. 4 years later, when I was graduating from high school, I stood in front of a mirror, and I counted. Carl had raped me 67 times. How did I know? Because I cut talons going up my arm, like a prisoner, marking off his remaining days.
Next, my co-captain will be performing her piece. She has been in speech for 5 years and has competed at the National Forensics League twice. And this year she was actually double entered there. She's also been in different categories such as creative, where you write your own speech, drama, duo, and humor. Now, let's present Jackie Basinger with her whole humor piece.
Once upon a time, in a land not so far, far away, there lived a princess named Snow White, for she was albino.
Hello.
Snow White lived in a castle with her mother, the queen, until one day the evil, lazy-eyed, double-double, toil-and-trouble, yet oddly arousing queen had a nervous breakdown and began doing mean things to her daughter. No, she wouldn't. She loves me. Nope, she's mean. Who do you think killed your pony? Oh. The queen ordered Snow White to leave the castle forever. Snow White watched for a while, but she didn't have anywhere to go. Eventually, she met some short guys with adjectives for names. They allowed her to live in their quaint three-bedroom, dwelling on the Upper East Side as the maid. Day in and day out, it was the same routine. Scrub the floors, do the laundry, clean the stepstool in front of the toilet, wash the windows. And after 3 months, she decided she had enough. I've had enough! She decided to sneak out of their third-story apartment. Luckily, she fell into the arms of Prince Charming, who had been climbing up the fire escape ladder late at night to peep at her window for his own autoerotic pleasure. They fell in love, got married and moved to Beverly Hills. And after 3 years of marital bliss, they were named Fairy Tale Weekly's most beautiful couple. And then he decided to become an actor. He made a movie with Rumpelstiltskin, and after correctly guessing his name, came out of the closet, fell in love with him, and ditched Snow White. Snow White did not want to end up as an old maid in the card game, so she vowed that she would find her one true love. So she got a Botox injection and went on her way. She traveled for hours and hours. She hadn't packed a lunch, so she snacked on a trail of breadcrumbs. Good breadcrumbs. Good breadcrumbs. Stale. The sun beat down on her. The wind made her weary. And she stepped in a dog turd. And finally, she felt so exhausted that she couldn't take another step. And then she saw it. The land of the never-ending, where rhymes of people live in the never-ending land. Which, ironically enough, slightly resembled Beaver City, Nebraska. Step right up, come see my cow jump over the moon. And just for one silver coin, I'll let you diddle diddle on my little fiddle. Meow. Oh, excuse me, I've been walking for a very long time and I'm very tired. Well, I've got just the thing. This will give you the oomph you need. Oh, really? What is it? It's the newest pharmaceutical from the Black Sheep Foundation. Wavenite, oxyolivate, lysopinate. Whoa. Well, it sounds like it'll do the trick. Wait, does it have any side effects? Sure it does, but they're all pretty standard side effects. Although chest congestion, blurred vision, runny nose, water eyes, constipation, homosexuality. That sounds like it's running out fast. Oh, you'll be fine. Just eat plenty of Mrs. Muppet's curds and lay off the gingerbread men. Woo! Side effects are the side effects. Guaranteed to bring you true love and happiness. Well, why didn't you say so? Love, here I come. So, Cindy, what it comes down to is this. You got your gourds and your pumpkins. Gourds is more for decorating, and pumpkins is for, well, storage. I mean, just look. Oh, hey, where are you? Oh, hey, you forgot your Gucci stiletto. Child, from the frantic look on her face, I don't think she's going to be coming back no time soon. Oh, I did see your face. It was gorgeous. What did I just say? Guaranteed to bring you true love and happiness. She must be the one. She's my true love. Well, then you better get yourself a pumpkin. A pumpkin? Why? 'Cause he's good for storing things in. Especially people. Why else you think I'm in this thing? So it brings out the color in my eyes? Well, how'd you get in there anyway? My no good husband, Peter. He put a spell on it, and when I went to pick it up, dang, I didn't get trapped inside. But I do declare it kept me very well. He put a spell on it. He sure did. Oh, I just love magic. You know, I wish we could have lived back in the days when they used magic all the time. You know, the Middle Ages, when there were wizards and trolls and dragons and virgins and all those other mythical creatures. Ain't no one using magic no more. And ever since Little Blood Blue got a piece of tail, ain't no one a virgin. Oh, I bet that one bombshell just took off soon. Who? I'm getting all tingly excited talking about her. I'm gonna go find her. And so it began. Snow White set off to find the woman who had left her stiletto at Pauline Peter's pumpkin stand. Although she didn't know where Cindy had scampered off to, so she just went in her general direction. And after a while, she met Humpty Dumpty and put out. I think I'm missing a page. No, that's right, I put out. What? Snow White continued to walk east. And the closer she got to Cindy's house, the more she felt like cutting her hair, washing off her makeup, and learning how to rewire an electrical outlet. The sun was shining. There was a gentle breeze. Birds happily chirped as she passed. And she stepped in the dog turd. Oh, here we go again with the dog turd. I hate stepping in poop. I think this is the place. What makes you say that? There's a mailbox with her name on it. Aw, fiddlesticks and fish fur. Guess we'll have to try again later. Oh, there she is. Here I am, about to meet my destiny, and I'm dressed like this. It's a shame I'm not wearing any flannel. Who's there? Who is it? If you're from VeggieTales, I'll beat you with your own Bible. No, it's okay. I just came to turn your shoe. Oh, you found it. Oh, thank you. You know, I woke up this morning and I thought, oh, what a beautiful morning. Of course, I had a hang up. My electricity got cut off. I lost my freaking shoe at the day carnival. And my dish ran away with a spoon. The steak sucks. But now I have my Gucci stiletto. Oh, by the way, my name is Cindy. I'm Snow White. Yes, you are. You should use a tanning bed. My, what delicate ears you have. The better to hear you with. And what gorgeous brown eyes you have. The better to look at you. And what gorgeous teeth. Let's keep this PG-13. No, honestly, I'm making cards in the way. In what way? No, way. It was a match made in a land not so far away, behind a castle, near an enchanted forest. Their love was stronger than Bay of the Blue Ox. Snow and Cindy strolled through the town. They scampered about the house. They skipped through the woods. And they stepped in a dog turd. And next we have Everett Peterson.
Everett has been in speech for 2 years, and this year competed at the NFL's double entry.
And now please welcome him as he will perform his prose piece for you.
This past Christmas Eve, the world lost one of its most beloved Slavs. But he did not go out with a whisper, he went out with a roar. In his memoir, Tony and Me, Mr. Clubman talks about life, death, acting, and a love shared between his best friend, acting partner, and savior, Tony Randall. Tony and Me, by Jack Clubman. Now, I've not mentioned what Tony was doing during this performance because I wanted to save the best for last. You see, Tony had chosen one role that night, and that role was to support me. In the performance, Tony would yell at me for being sloppy or inconsiderate, but his eyes would light up every time I got a laugh. They'd say, "Go, baby, go!" I knew you could do it. He was my anchor, my rock of Gibraltar. and I will always love him for that. You see, it was during that play when I realized that it wasn't just professional between us anymore. It was personal. He was there for me in a way no one had ever been before. No one. I didn't know it then, but that was the end of the road for me and Tony. You see, during a routine checkup, it was discovered that Tony Randall had been having heart trouble, and he was kept overnight. Well, they ended up performing heart surgery, but then his kidneys failed him. You see, I had never gotten to tell Tony what his friendship really meant to me. And when I went and saw him in the hospital, what I saw was really shocking. Tony was he was very, very fit. And for the first time he looked really, really old. At the most cocky, of course. I told him, Tony, yeah, get better, so we can do another play together. But he didn't laugh. He didn't smile. He just shook his head. I kissed him on the forehead, left his office, and went back to LA. That was the last time I saw my best friend, Tony Randall, alive. My favorite episode of The Odd Couple was Password. You see in this episode, Tony had lost the unit password, but refused to leave the set. So we improv. Boy, what a jip, as the security guards dragged him off. Well, that's the way I felt the day Tony Randall died. Yipped. I had never gotten to tell Tony what his friendship really meant to me. It wasn't just The Odd Couple or throat cancer. He knew I appreciate those things, but what Tony gave me meant so much more. You see, Tony gave me the capacity to truly trust another human being before. And I had never had that. And so, I'm grateful to Tony. Not just for being the best acting partner I ever had, or being the first on the other side of my surgery, or even for him giving me my career back. I thank Tony Randall for making me a better person. The day Tony died, a reporter asked me to come. I told him that a world without Tony Randall is one I will never recognize. And one I will never accept.
And next we have another poetry piece for you.
Please welcome a 3-year member, Katie Olson.
I've been told I need to respect my elders, to not grow up too fast, and to most importantly, respect myself. Then the world goes and makes things difficult. My elders do something I can't respect. I'm told to stop acting like a child and to just grow up. And then magazines tell me my hairstyle isn't stylish, my clothes aren't the right brand, and that I'm fat. So, while I try to make it through my awkward years, you tell me how to be a girl in 2010 by Eve Ensler. Why do so many women leaders look like Margaret Thatcher but act even meaner? Why can't anyone remember anything? And how come rich bad people are being paid lots of money to give speeches while poor bad people are being tortured and in prisons? Is there anyone in charge? Or is this whole thing spinning out until it explodes not showing off your wealth? What happened to kindness? What happened to teenagers kissing instead of blogging and dissing? What happened to teenagers marching and refusing instead of exploiting and using? I want to touch you in real time, not find you on YouTube. I want to walk next to you in the mountains, not friend you on Facebook. Give me one thing I can believe in that isn't a brand name. I'm lonely. I'm scared. Girls younger than me are giving blowjobs in homeroom and they don't even know it's sex. They just want to be popular and get some respect. Most girls my age are taking pills, or not getting out of bed, or eating, or starving, or getting nose jobs, or implants, or getting cut, or twittering away, or covering themselves, or desperate for a way to be awake without faking, to be alive without freaking, to be serious, to be true, to even consider loving someone when we're already doomed. You tell me how to be a girl in 2010. I say, let's go for it if it's already coming down. I say, let's speak it. Let's fight it. Let's write it. There's nothing to hold on to if it's already gone. They left it to us. It sucks, but it's true.
Next up, we have Brittany Youngclass.
She'll be doing the category of extemporaneous reading. She's also one of our first-year Bold members.
So let's give a hand for her and her extemp reading.
My story is going to be an excerpt from Visual Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I wonder what he looks like, said Bill. Jim gave a reasonable explanation on Boo. Boo was about 6.5 feet tall, judging from his tracks. He dined on raw squirrels and cats as he could catch them, and that's why his hands were blood-stained. If you ate a raw animal, you could never wash the blood off. There was a long, jagged scar across his face, and what teeth he had was yellow and rotten. His eyes popped, and he drooled most of the time. Let's go make him come out, said Dill. I'd like to see what he looks like. Jim said if Dill wanted to get himself killed, all he had to do was go up to the house and knock on the front door. Our first raid came to pass only because Dill bet Jim the great ghost against 2 Tom Swifts that Jim could not get any further than the rabbit gate. In all his life, Jim had never climbed a bed. Jim thought about it for 3 whole days. I suppose he loved honor more than he loved his head, for Dill wore him down easily. You're scared, Bill said the first day. Ain't scared, just respectful, Jim said. The next day, Bill said, you're too scared to put your big toe on the front yard. Jim said he reckoned he wasn't. He passed around the place every school day of his life. Always running, I said. But Dill got him on the 3rd day, when he told him that folks in Meridian certainly weren't afraid of folks in Macomb, that he'd never seen such scary folks in Macomb. This was enough to make Jim march to the corner, where he stopped against the light pole, watching the gate hang crazily on its homemade hinges. I hope you got through, thick head that he'll kill us and everyone. Bill Harris, said Jim. What are you doing there? Don't blame me when he gouges your eyes out. You started it, remember? You're still scared, murmured Dill patiently. Jim wanted Dill to know once and for all that he wasn't scared of anything. It's just that he can't think of a way to make him come out. Besides, Jim had a little sister to take care of. And when he said that, I knew that he was afraid. Jim had a little sister to think of the time when I dared him to jump off the top of the house. If I got killed, what would Jim do? He said. Then he jumped and landed on her. And in a sense of responsibility for that time, until confronted by the fact that he said, you gonna run on a dare, Dill? Said Dill. If you are, then, Dill, you have to think about these things, Jim said. Let me think a minute. It's sort of like making a turtle come out. How's that? Asked Dill. He struck a match under it. I told Jim if he set fire to the writing place that I was going to tell Atticus on him. Dill said striking a match under a turtle was hateful. It ain't hateful, it just persuades them. It's not like you're going to catch on fire or nothing. Jim growled. How do you know that the match doesn't hurt him? Turtles can't feel, stupid, Jim said. Were you ever a turtle, huh? My stars, Dill. Now let me think. Reckon we can rock him. Jim stood and thought so long that Dill made a mild concession. I won't say if you run on a dare, but and I'll swap you with gray ghost if you just go up and touch the house. Jim brightened. Touch the house? That's all? Yeah, that's all, said Dill. They'll probably come out after you when he sees you in the yard. And the scout will jump on him and hold him down until he can, until he can after they get hurt. We left the corner and crossed the street that ran in front of the Ragged house and stopped at the gate. Well, go on, said Jim. Scout is right behind you. I'm going, said Jim. Don't hurry me. He walked to the corner of the lot, then back again, studying the simple terrain and deciding the best effect to make an entry, frowning and scratching his head. Then I sneered at him. Jim threw open the gate and sped it to the side of the house, slapped it with the palm, and ran back to us, not waiting to see if his foray was successful. Dill and I followed on his heels, safely to our porch, panting out of breath, and we looked back. Jim, then the old house was all safe, droopy and sick. But as we stared down the street, we thought, inside the saloon, a flick, a tiny, almost invisible movement, and the house was still.
And on to our next speakers.
Kate Hilsham and Seth Holt will be performing their NFL cut for their dramatic duo.
So let's welcome them onto the stage.
Remember when I won that? Saturday afternoon, June 20th, 1990. Yacht Club sailing race? First place. He took me to that little restaurant and... Hey, easy with that! You can see me?
Of course I can see you, Harry.
That's amazing.
No, it's not. You're not really here. I'm having a nervous breakdown.
You're not having a nervous breakdown now.
But you're dead.
Hello, Melissa.
It is said that for every one minute that passes, 2 people in the world commit suicide.
And for every life that is affected by the loss, the numbers are endless.
Experience how one woman must come to terms when she is faced with the loss of her best friend
And the love of her life,
in a New York minute.
by Michael Palermo.
I don't believe this.
Believe it.
No, I mean, Harry, there's something I've been wanting to tell you.
I know.
I've been thinking about it all week, just wishing I had the chance.
Go ahead, Mel. Say it.
Screw you.
I sense anger here.
No, if you don't mind, I have a 3 o'clock meeting, and it's already 1:30. Goodbye, Harry. Have a nice day.
You can't just bail out on me like this.
Why not? I'm simply returning a favor.
Just let me explain.
No need, Harry. I got the message. Nice touch reading your suicide note on my answering machine.
I wanted to make sure you got it.
Oh, I got it. I definitely got it. Trouble is, by the time I got it, you're all over the Columbus Circle subway station. Your timing sucks.
I didn't want to give you a chance to try and stop me.
Stop you! If I would have known you've been lying to me all these years, I would have pushed
Whoa,
you.
whoa, 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 whoa. I never lied to you.
You didn't? Then what about all the time we spent together? All the things we shared?
You know I didn't trust anyone as much as I did you.
Then why didn't you tell me? You sat in my living room for 4 hours on Sunday night, just like it was any other night. We've been toasted 10 years to our friendship, Harry. The next morning, you walk down the steps of Columbus Circle and throw yourself in front of a subway train. Why, Harry? Why didn't you tell me?
I I didn't want you to feel responsible.
I am responsible. I was the last person to see you alive.
No, you weren't. The last person to see me alive was some guy with no teeth trying to sell me a copy of Street News.
That's so funny, Harry.
That wasn't a joke. All I'm saying is that guy's no more responsible for what I did than you are. So stop trying to blame yourself.
They all blamed me. At the funeral, they all looked at me like I had some answer I wasn't telling them. And your mother, that was the worst. She looked me straight in the eye and said, I can't believe he never mentioned anything about this to you, Melissa. He always
Told you everything.
How did you know?
You don't think I missed my own funeral, do you?
So what did you think?
I was surprised.
Why?
I never knew how you felt about me until you were up there giving my eulogy.
Oh, come on, Harry. I said all those things to you while you were alive.
That's what you weren't saying. That surprised me.
Okay, then what was I thinking?
That I was a selfish son of a gun who had cheated you out of your only chance of happiness?
You mean, you can hear my thoughts?
Loud and clear. Why didn't you ever tell me that you were in love with me?
Oh, come on, Harry. When I met you in college, you had everything planned out for graduate school. 3 years into it, you had already mapped out your 10-year plan for financial expansion. I mean, look at this thing. You're the only person I know who has detailed stuff written in the future goals section. You know something? You really missed your calling. You should have written a book on how to use your day planner to improve your life.
I won't argue with you there. But what if tomorrow wasn't always a sure thing? What if the rest of your life was going to live you instead of you living it? Well, then what? Would you be strong and smart? Or would you be weak and stupid like I was?
What are you trying to say, Harry?
What do you want? Straight answers? I can't. It's against the rules.
They don't have rules in heaven.
Who said anything about heaven?
Isn't that where you came from?
No.
You mean...
No. I didn't come from there either. Let's just say I'm on my way.
To where?
That depends.
On what?
You.
So, what you're trying to tell me is that I'm the person who will determine what happens next?
Exactly.
But you can't tell me what I need to know in order to do what I have to do.
Right.
Then why are you here?
Because you need me.
But you just said you can't help me.
No, I said I can't give you the answer you're looking for. That doesn't mean I can't help you find it.
I feel like I'm on some kind of metaphysical game show or something.
That's good enough. Go with that.
What?
The game show image. You like game shows, right?
Well, yeah.
Wait. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the world around your own reality. The game nobody wants to play. Now, let's welcome our first contestant, Melissa Burns. Melissa, how are you feeling?
Really stupid.
Good. Now, you'll see up here on this board that we...
What board?
What board? Isn't she something, ladies and gentlemen? Now, as I was saying, you'll see up here on this board 5 categories. Obstacles, hurdles, absolutes, abstract concepts, and pleasures. Are you ready?
No.
No one ever is! Let's start anyway. We always do. Pick your first category.
Abstract concepts?
And we have time. Time, and time. Looks like your friend Harry had a little trouble with the concept of time, Melissa.
I don't like this game.
Just pick another category.
Absolutes.
We have work, taxes, Melissa, mom and dad, and death. Looks like Harry was pretty secure in your friendship, Melissa. How does that make you feel?
Confused.
Good. On to the next category.
Pleasure.
Melissa, sailing. Melissa, sailing, and Melissa. Harry must have really liked you, Melissa. You beat out sailing by a 3-2 margin. How does that make you feel? That's not important. Now, there are only 2 categories left. Obstacles and hurdles.
I'll take hurdles.
Wrong order.
But I want to know what you're trying to get past. That's why I'm playing the game.
The judges disagree with your perceived purpose in play. They'd like you to stop trying to control the game and just play it. You have to take things in the order they come. If you jump ahead, let's just say it's not good.
Okay, then I'll take obstacles.
We have incognizance, abstinence, fear, the unknown, and the day planner. There's only one category left, Melissa. Are you ready to take it on?
I'll take hurdles.
And we have... death.
Death?
Death.
I don't get it.
It wasn't an obstacle. It was a hurdle. Ding!
What is that?
That's Harry's time running out.
But I'm not ready yet. I don't know the answer. Harry, help me.
All right, Melissa, your time is up. What is your final answer?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Melissa, but that's not a valid answer.
But I really don't know.
Just take a stab at it now.
Well, the only thing I can think of is that you already knew you were going to die before you killed yourself. But
That's it! You win!
Wait a minute. What do you mean that's it?
I mean, you figured it out. You got the answer. Congratulations.
That's the answer. You were going to die whether you killed yourself or not?
I had cancer, though.
Cancer is... Well, it's not... I mean, it's something people deal with, Harry. It can even be cured.
Yeah, if you have time for it.
Why didn't you tell me? I could have helped you.
You think so? You won't even help yourself now.
But I'm not dying.
Sure you are. Every day.
If you could have told me, you might still be here.
If I could have told you about it, I wouldn't have been me. To 10 years of friendship.
10 years of friendship.
And the rest of your life.
And the rest of my life. Now it is time for a 15-minute intermission.
But first, I'd like to mention a member that won't be speaking today, David Ginsberg, who is helping out with the concessions. He is in the category of discussion.
Discussion is basically a category in which a group of competitors go and talk about a political topic.
So we will continue the program after the intermission.